After verifying full system functionality, the last step of the troubleshooting methodology is to document findings. Now, this is going to be an accumulation of notes that might have been taken throughout the entire troubleshooting process. So the first thing we have to do is make sure that we've recorded problem symptoms, what to look out for should this repeat itself in the future. We also want to make sure that we've recorded all solution details. That's also going to include how some of these problem fixes were deployed, whether it was simply an update applied to a smartphone app, or maybe updates applied to numerous machines in the enterprise, maybe a firmware update, maybe replacing a network cable, whatever the detail is that needs to be recorded in our findings. Now, as a result of this, through these lessons that are learned, how to solve these types of problems and hopefully do it more quickly in the future, that comes as a result of updating any existing documentation that we might have. Now, in this context, usually that existing documentation might be relevant to knowledge bases, whether it's maintained internally or externally out on the internet. We want to make sure that the problem was documented with its symptoms, actions taken to resolve it, and the result. Now, the documentation can be managed through an IT incident report, and often this is automatically done when we have users that issue help desk tickets through a help desk ticketing system. Now, the documentation, as we know, can also be added to a knowledge base. It's always important, once we've got a solution that has solved the problem and we've documented the findings, to close any outstanding help desk tickets related to that issue and make sure users that were affected by the problem are notified of its resolution. Now, other than updating knowledge base type of documentation, we might also want to update related training materials. So there might be training materials used within the organization, for example, for new employee onboarding, that might need to be changed as a result of us solving this specific type of problem, such as with a custom line of business application.